Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Daily Crypto News. With you as always, myself, Chris, aka Vibin. Got my brother with me today, Mr. Scott Tripp, aka Crypto Beast. As you know, it's one of the little segments we like to take out of our day just to give you guys just a little insight of what's going on in the news. As we know, the market's been doing all kinds of crazy stuff, so we got some interesting topics to get into today.
Hey everyone, as you know, Scott, part of BigONE, social media marketing and marketing for North America. Excited to be here today, you guys, for another episode. You can almost tell I have a little tear in my eyes just because I'm so excited to be here.
Crying from excitement. Yeah, I like
exactly,
it, man.
Exactly. So
yeah, and today, man, it's been one of those days, like we got people over here that feels like this guy, like just they feel like they're just held out back, and then there's some new things picking up, and you got people that feel like this guy over here, and I think that's the proper thing. You always got you got the Bulls and you got the Bears, or this could be the Bears and this could be the Bulls. It just depends on who's winning at the time, right? So to kick that off, I wanted to talk about the Bitcoin expiry that's going on this Friday. It's going to be coming up on Friday. I'm not sure which companies are involved in the expiry, but there's going to be a lot of speculation, and it's going to be a very interesting week as far as Bitcoin. I think that's why we're seeing these dips right now. As we get closer to Friday, you got the bears trying to push the Bitcoin price below 62,000 because they want to buy back into their expiry at the lowest cost, while you have the bulls trying to push it up because obviously they want to, they want to get rid of the bears, right? So like they want to push the price up and make those guys buy back into the contract at the current price of Bitcoin. So we're Friday approaching. There's going to be a lot of action in the market. Make sure you guys stay safe.
Yeah, definitely. We need to stay safe right now. Like you're saying, there's definitely a lot of volatility, but it's just about staying calm. I've learned that through being through one kind of small bear market. I don't think that's a long bear market that we just went through, but definitely this bull market, there's things to look out for and people to talk to that have maybe been through these before. Definitely reach out to talk to people if you need help. I'd always say that, like if you're down a whole bunch and you just need somebody to talk to, there's all these people here to talk to you guys and work through things with you and kind of explain things. So definitely never be afraid to do that. I'm just going to share my screen here.
What you got here?
So this on Square reports $1.8 billion in Bitcoin revenue through their Cash App, which is really cool. They're actually looking at detailed plans to increase digital asset investment and exposure in its third quarter earning report Thursday. The Bitcoin revenue was 11% increased year over year. Excuse me. Bitcoin's gross profit was 42 million, approximately 2% of Bitcoin revenue. So that's amazing, you guys. Like to have a Cash App where people are obviously buying and selling Bitcoin is amazing. Like it's going to big business now, which I know when I first started cryptocurrency, I wasn't a huge fan of big business in cryptocurrency. And that's maybe potentially why I stayed away from Bitcoin versus some of the other ones, is because I wanted this to be more about the people. But again, like you can't live in this market without big business being involved too as well. I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, big business is government, right? So like that's all it's really about. But definitely you can't be out here expecting them not to get involved. They're going to be involved. But Cash App was actually one of the simplest forms of buying Bitcoin for people that wasn't playing on the internet, right? Like a lot of people who were buying it for gaming and to buy items off the the dark, or anywhere online, you will use Bitcoin to buy it, right? So you already had an idea of how to buy it, but the more mainstream people, a certain generation, especially here in the States, it introduced Bitcoin to a lot of people. I know a lot of people that wanted to buy Bitcoin, didn't know a convenient way to do it, but everybody here was super convenient. Like Cash App is super convenient. You go out to eat with your friends, you can send them $5 or $10. It's no big deal, right? So next thing you know, they put the Bitcoin feature on Cash App, so you could just use your Cash App directly or your bank directly to buy Bitcoin, and then you could exchange that on apps on different exchanges for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, anything that you wanted to. So they definitely made it really simple. And for PayPal to get involved, I think that's what led PayPal to get involved, is that they seen how much revenue Square was generating, allowing that. And that's another reason I think, the what's the Coinstar, they're going to get involved as well with the coin machines, just taking that money and buying it into Bitcoin so that money can, grow over the year rather than decline just sitting in a bank account. So definitely a good topic, bro. I like that one. The next one I'm going to get into is we talked about it last week. I think Scott brought it up that the Miami mayor was going to accept his payment in Bitcoin. And just funny enough, the New York mayor just announced today, the mayor of New York City, that is, that he was going to also accept his payment in Bitcoin. And these two had like a little back and forth, a little friendly back and forth on Twitter today, just to say which one of them was going to be more like the biggest crypto advocate going into the political, the political votes this year. So it's going to be very interesting to see as election time comes up, how many of these mayors and government officials, start back in cryptocurrency or the digital currency. But still always good to see the forward movement by the political members when they want to get paid in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I think it's huge. Like, the more political people you can have involved, the more you're going to see government change their views on it too as well. I have a feeling like it's just part of the evolution of cryptocurrency is to get different people involved in it so that they can advocate for it and push for that change that needs to happen.
Either that or they're getting a free raise. They're getting a free raise at the same time, though, right? Like if they're getting paid in Bitcoin and the value of Bitcoin is going up, then they're not getting paid in a dollar that's deflating anymore. So I don't know if they're really advocates for it or just greedy.
Well, and here's another interesting article here. I'll show you this one. I found this kind of interesting. There you go. So China embraces digital yuan as active wallets hit 140 million. The number of individuals and corporates with digital I can't say it for some reason. Yuan wallets in China reached 140 million and 10 million respectively at the end of October 2021. Commonly known as ECYN, the digital yuan generated 62 billion yen, 9.7 billion from a total of 150 million processed trial transactions. So, and here's the thing that I know, and I'm not saying for sure, but when you have that many transactions and that much money, you can't tell me it's coming from other cryptocurrencies online that have been a transition from one to the other. So there's definitely still people in that China market playing in the cryptocurrency market and then finding a way to bring it back to the Chinese digital currency, which is smart on their part. It's just the same as the USDT, right? So same idea, well, I feel, but more government ran.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's Communist Party out there, the CCP. They definitely they're gonna allow the government to make trades into the currency. That's gonna bring money back because they know that they're gonna store the money inside of the government, right? And the reason why they don't want the public doing it because they don't want the public to do it and then store it in somewhere else, or potentially want to move. So I think that's why you hear this China ban all the time on crypto. But China's definitely not trading crypto. I'm just gonna put it like that. And what they do with their money, they decide what they want to do. But I know they're trying to keep it in the house. So one of my final articles today is the layer 2 and multi-chain DeFi platforms see record inflows as the Ethereum fees soar. So as Ethereum is going up, people are all hype about the Ethereum going up. It's reaching all-time highs. As this goes up, people are excited, so everybody's excited, but they're not paying attention that the fees are actually like to do any transaction are just crazy, right? So as Ethereum goes up, there's 3% transaction fee, and Ethereum is worth, $4,000 or $6,000, then it's still 3% of $6,000. So these fees are actually causing people to just flow into these other DeFi platforms. And a couple that's leading the way right now that I thought was interesting data today. One of the biggest ones leading the way right now is the Ronin Bridge. And the Harmony Bridge is the which one? Harmony is the third largest one, along with Arbitron. Yeah, Arbitron Bridge. So these bridges are being used just to cut down on fees, and the Ronin bridge is actually the one that the actually Xfinity users are using, and that's why that bridge is the most popular right now.
That's amazing. Like that just tells you the ingenuity of people to move around cryptocurrencies to avoid the big gas fees and stuff, which is good because it's still, in the end, it's still burning Ethereum because people are still using Ethereum to buy Axie Infinity. It's just they're losing the whole sell process. But I mean, hopefully over time, Ethereum does something to change that too. And they do have plans for it. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take for them to actually do it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got to think with Ethereum, they're having a their protocol revenue is around 383 million right now, and the next closest one to that is Axie Infinity is 32 million. So as those Axie starts growing and their protocol revenue starts getting higher, then those fees will start seeming higher. But it's just funny, you know, they actually have Pancake Swap as number 3 as the most bridge used, and MetaMask, Filecoin, BYXD, Yuan Finance, Sushi Swap, Aave, MarketDAO, OpenSea, Curve, Optimism, and Helium. So these are also very popular bridges that's being used. So when you guys are out there doing your homework and you're doing due diligence, hopefully you come to a channel like this and you're understanding what we were talking about as far as these expiries happen. So look for some potential dips closer to Friday, and maybe be able to target some good spots to get in. And then also these bridges that we just mentioned on here about the Ethereum, if people are not going to be using Ethereum as far as using the cash out, the developers still have to build on it, right? They're using EVM, which is the Ethereum virtual machine for people who don't know what that is. So they're using the EVM, which means that they're going to be paying for the smart contract. So Ethereum will still be alive, well, and thriving, and some of these bridges will start picking up more traction.
And my next article, which I love that one too, like, you know how I feel about it, but the next article that we're going to talk about is this one. So I'll just flip it over really quickly again. Boop and boop. There we go. Enjin allocates $100 million to fund a metaverse. Enjin, one of Ethereum's first NFT gaming platforms, has announced a $100 million fund to develop its metaverse. The new metaverse is built on a new dedicated blockchain called Efinity. The move comes amid a flurry of other recent Meta project announcements, including those of Facebook, now Meta, and Microsoft. So they originally created it on Polkadot. So, and they're just waiting for the parachain auctions, I believe, to kind of get things started. From what I said in the last year, shifted gears launching it on Polkadot, but it also says upcoming bid to acquire a parachain slot on Polkadot. So I'd assume these guys, if they're actually allocating $100 million, there's a really good chance for them to actually get that spot too. I would assume, not financial advice, and definitely it's just something that I might be looking into in the future.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about you know, them raising the funds for the metaverse, I mean, you got to think that Sandbox would be the next thing comparable to that, and they raised 93 million for the NFT metaverse. So to see Enjin on board, to see them allocating $100 million to support the Infinity adopters, so I think that's going to be major for them. And yeah, like you said, something to pay attention to, man.
Yeah,
but as always, you guys know I like to wrap it up with a little forecast of the total market cap. Scrolling over to coin market cap, the total market cap right now is 2.711 trillion. So down a little bit more. So we're still retesting, like I said, with the expiries coming up. I would be looking for Bitcoin to get pushed down a little bit more, just because, you know, it's big corporate money just trying to you know, push this price down to renew their contracts on Bitcoin. And then with the ETFs and all that being involved, it's going to be a lot of action getting pushed down. So the dominance right now dropped to 42.8. Ethereum's at 19.8. So Ethereum picked up a little bit traction since yesterday, but Bitcoin's still dropping down. So I wouldn't be surprised if alts got a little bit of a push, but I don't expect anything to really go crazy with Bitcoin being pushed down. But as always, guys, we appreciate you coming by today. Hope you guys tune in tomorrow. Will tomorrow be tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow will be Friday. So we'll be in tomorrow one last time this week, and then we'll be taking the weekend off just to to get another few things organized.
Yeah, and for everybody that doesn't know our Twitter profile, you can look me up at Bobbin and Crypto, and Scott at CryptoBeast32. We also do a Twitter space. If you guys ever want to check it out, so lunch 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, depending on your time zone, check us out. And you could just always come by, see what we're talking about on Twitter as well as Telegram, Asia blockchain community, as well as the BigONE exchange Telegram.
Right. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you for taking part in our daily crypto news, and I'll be excited for tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.
Peace, guys.